But look here, you can't travel with everybody. Hello everyone, my name is Tamika Cage, aka Tamiki, and today we're going to do a travel video and we're going to talk about group trips. So this year alone, I've been on 3 group trips. I went with a group of friends to New Orleans, I went to Jamaica on a class reunion trip, and a month ago I went to Europe with my college friends. Basically, since I've done several group trips, or probably more than several, over these last few years, I think I'm a little well versed when it comes to having the best group trip possible, because I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to group trips. Today, this video is just going to be a bunch of things that I think should be ironed out before you take part in a group trip. First and foremost, pick a destination or pick a date. So when you pick a destination, that allows you to figure out when is the best time to go. And if you just pick a time, you can figure out what's the best places to go at that time. I prefer to do things off peak. One, is not as crowded where you go, and also it can be cheaper for plane tickets and accommodations. So I prefer to do things off peak. Some people would rather go when like the weather is perfect, all the activities are going to be going on. So you can make a decision based on that. Also, when you pick the dates and you pick the places, because they're going to give you an idea of what hotels and plane tickets will be like, or you could be driving. You don't necessarily have to fly somewhere to have a good time. You can establish a budget. Because when it comes to group trips, first and foremost, we need to talk about how much this is going to cost everyone. And everybody ain't able. So if you got a friend that told you, hey, I'm working on my credit right now, or I'm trying to buy a house, or don't invite them. And if they're the type of friend that may feel left out, just send them a message like, hey, I'm planning this, but I remember what you told me, so I'm not going to include you, but don't feel any type of way. But be mindful of that when you invite people. Like, I've had trips that cost thousands of dollars. I've had trips that cost a few dollars and $100. So I base my invitation off of that. Also, establish a vibe. If you have a friend who may or may not be one drink away from Alcoholics Anonymous, they probably want a party trip. Or if you have a friend who, just started a fast, with their local church, and they may not want to do all that partying, or, they want to do more cultural things. You have a friend that needs to take naps during the day, or your friend that just loves to eat wherever they are. You have to take all that in consideration when you're trying to decide what the vibe of the trip will be. The trips that I've done this year, one of them was straight party. One of them was a mix of party and a mix of cultural things. And one was just, I haven't seen y'all in a while. Let's get together and celebrate someone's birthday. Also, be prepared to go solo. Y'all know how folks are when you planning trips. Everybody say they in the beginning, and then it slowly starts to drift off. So for me, when I'm planning trips, I'm always prepared to just go by myself. And I may wait a little bit for somebody else, but I'm not going to wait too long. And I'm not paying somebody else's deposit for them. If you don't have it, you won't be going. If I need you in order to book the room, if it's a double occupancy and I need you to book it and you don't have your money, I guess I won't be booking that accommodation. Maybe I'll find somewhere where I can stay by myself, whether it's a hostel, hotel room by myself that I can afford, or even an Airbnb. So what I'm not going to do is make plans and pay somebody's deposit and I'm not for sure if they're going. Life happens, whether or not that person is financially able or not. Also, so resolve any beef that you have. And that's with family, That's with significant others, and that's also with friends. I can tell you that I have been on a few trips where things that were not spoken about, things that were not taken care of, things that had been, elephants in the room for years, it comes up. It comes up. So it doesn't matter what your relationship with that person, it's coming up. Especially if there's alcohol involved. So take care of that before you leave, or don't travel with that person. Or, do what you gotta do, but I'm telling you, it's gonna come up. And it may or may not ruin your trip. And then you might not deal with that person ever again because you spent a lot of money and they ruined your goddamn trip. So when it comes to planning with big groups and things like that, we usually I've seen where you pack a bunch of people in one space or in like 4 to a hotel room, sometimes 5. My rule of thumb is there's 1 bathroom to every 3 people. I don't do 4 in a room if I don't have to. When it comes to getting ready, especially with girls, like everybody needs to do makeup, things like that. Everybody take forever to get ready. The hot water can run out depending on where you are staying. So 1 bathroom to 3 people max. That's what I do. Of course, it's different if you have children, things like that. So you kind of have to assess your situation. But if I'm going with adults, 1 to 3 max. And also, when it comes to planning group trips, the best group trips that I've had is when we had separate accommodations. So separate hotel rooms, maybe we stayed in the same neighborhood in the area. You can do that with Airbnb. But when we are in close-knit quarters for days at a time, like I said, you gotta resolve that beef. But however, you gonna get tired of folks. It just is what it is. If you're anything like me, I'm an introvert, so I need to recharge. I can't when I'm constantly around people, and then I be getting annoyed. So I say book separate accommodations so you don't have to worry about any of that. That helps with the bathrooms. That helps with if you want to take a nap and like the party person want to turn up, make sure you don't share a room with that person. You just have to find a good balance with who you're going to stay with, and also make sure that all of y'all ain't together. It's not going to work. Also, when it comes to accommodations, I might have, expensive taste and an expensive budget. You might have an expensive taste and, an okay budget. To be quite frankly, I'm probably an okay. I don't need all that fancy stuff. I just want basic. I need hot water, clean, space. So I feel like I'm right in the middle. Some people are on the low end and some people are right up high. But when it comes to planning where you're going to stay at, nobody should be forced to like pay extra because somebody want to stay here or live in accommodations where it's not up to their speed to accommodate somebody else, if you get what I'm saying. So that's another reason why just don't stay together. So when it comes to the activities on the trip, make reservations for things that you must do. And make sure that everyone gets to do everything that they want to do. A lot of times I've seen on group trips, it's like they want to do everything together. And in my mind, if we've all spent money to be here, you want to be able to do whatever you came here to do for. Because you never know when you're going to get the time again to travel. So make sure that you can do everything that you want to do. Sometimes somebody else wants to join you. Sometimes they don't. Again, my best group trip was earlier this year in New Orleans. We had a whole itinerary. Some people are like, hey, I want to do this. Some people are like, hey, I want to do that. Some people are like, nah, I don't want to do this. Or some people's like, I don't want to do anything on that schedule. Okay, cool. And we had our things that we did together, all together. We had things that was only a few of us, and we had things where it's like the majority of us, and we all had a great time. Like there were no issues on that trip. And also when it comes to eating together, make sure you make reservations when it's a big group. Contact the restaurant, like don't just pop up. Because I know me, when it's time to eat on the trip, I want to eat. And I don't want to not have to eat because we got this big group and now we got to wait an hour because they need like 8 tables to seat us. And also make sure they do separate checks. Sometimes sometimes you go on group trips where you'll know people. Some people don't know how to count. Some people shysty. I don't have to cut your ass out on this trip because you're trying to play me over $2. And yes, I am that petty. You're going to pay tax. You're going to pay gratuity. So just make sure those things are there to keep down the chaos, because you don't want to get cussed out. So I cuss you out. Also, make the schedule flexible. Do not have days packed of activities. People are going to be tired. You might have to adjust to the time. People may get sick because of the food. People may just not want to do something some days. I know there's been vacations where I literally just took a day on the other side of the world and I slept. And that's my damn business. So make sure the schedule is flexible, because travel, while it can be fun, it can be very tiring. So that's all the tips that I have when you're doing a group trip. Now we're going to scurry on over to what's going to happen on any group trip that anybody will be going with me. So actually, if you go to my website, there's a page that I have set up for my upcoming trips. A lot of people, sometimes want to go with me and things like that. It will be password protected. So you will have to contact me in order to get the password if you would like to go. However, I do have, like I said, a few trips coming up where other folks can join me if they like to. And I actually want to start an annual trip to New Orleans, because it's one of my favorite cities in the world. I feel like I found the perfect weekend where it's cheap to go, the weather is decent, and you can experience New Orleans in its totality without being bombarded with, a bunch of tourists and things like that. All right, so first and foremost, like I said, the page will be password protected. You have to contact me in order to get it. That means you must know me personally. A lot of people be inviting me to stuff and don't really know me. Stop inviting me. I don't know you like that. You think I'm out to plan the trip and I don't know you. I don't. Stop inviting me to that. Stay on my DMs. No, I'm not interested. Nope. Now, if it's some of these groups, they actually have things where people all get together and travel. It's planned by somewhat of a professional, someone who's well traveled. That's fine. But if you just randomly hit me up, we trying to take this trip, we gonna rent this out. I don't know you. Stop. Also, we won't be doing everything together. So I travel to third world countries. So if you need somebody to hold your hand, you scared, you think everybody trying to kill and kidnap you, don't sign up to go nowhere with me. No, because I'm not holding your hand. If you scared of everything, stay your ass at home. Because first off, nobody wants you. They don't want you. They don't. Another note, you gotta be independent. I will leave you. That's pretty much what I do. I'm known for leaving people. Ask my daughter. I will leave you. Don't be late. You can be late, just tell me, but don't be late and then you inconvenience me. If I'm running late, a lot of people don't understand this. I don't know who raised y'all, but if I'm running late and we need to be somewhere at a certain time, I'm gonna tell you, hey, go on without me. A lot of people want you to sit there and wait on them. Don't travel with me, because I'm gonna leave you. And that's on my mama, that's on my baby, that's on my granny. So if you can't handle that, or when it's time to leave the club, I'm rolling. I don't want to be here. I ain't about to be here all night. And if you don't want to be here, sure, you can leave too. But nobody should be forced to, I'm an adult. And like I said, we've all paid good money to be here. Another thing, if you want to start actually putting things, set things in stone when it comes to lodging, activities, you already got to have your plane ticket. So when you say, hey, Tamika, I want to go, it's bet. You got your plane ticket? Oh, I'm about to book it now. Okay, cool. That's when we're going to start planning stuff, me and you. Until then, I'm going by myself because I don't have time. I don't. You will also probably not be staying with me. A lot of these trips, I usually take my daughter. That's already two, to the one bathroom. So it's only room for one more person. And if I take my significant other, you're really screwed. You're probably not staying with me. There's always things that we can work out, but if you're not okay being by yourself, again, don't travel with me. And you're probably not that much of an independent traveler either, and you can't travel with me. Also, I'm not partying all night with you. Like I said, when we went to New Orleans, we had a good time. A lot of them was out till like 4 in the morning. I'm hitting it at like 1 or 2. I'm going back. No issue. If you want me to be there with you all night, I can't help you. I'm 32 years old. Seen what club? Seen them all. I live in a tourist trap. Like, I live where there's clubs every day of the week. I have literally traveled and seen a club on every continent that I've been on. When I tell you, there is no difference. There ain't. And honestly, the best fun I have partying is right here. So, I'm not about to be doing this all night. I'm not. Nope. You can. But I'm going home. One, hangovers ain't the same. I don't know what happens like after you turn 25, after you just get out of college, because I used to be able to drink all day on St. Patrick's Day and then the next day go to class like it ain't happened. But I don't know what has happened where I've been needing 2 days to recover. You don't have that time on vacation. So you can do that, but I ain't, because I spent too much money to be here. I did. So if you need me to party with you, don't come on this trip with me, because you won't be partying. Also, don't be broke. I promise you, you will not eat messing with me. You knew you ain't had no money when you got your ass on that plane. You knew you ain't had no money when you checked your account. Or don't be no, oh, I'm gonna pay you when we get back. Or yeah, I'm a cash app you. When we go places, you usually can't do much with US dollars. So if I gotta go to the ATM, I gotta take out money, I gotta incur these extra fees, and you think we gonna use up all my cash because you didn't get yours, that's not my problem. Telling you, I'm not your parent on the trip. You won't be eating that messing with me. So these are my rules. So I might be a little bit of a hard ass. I ain't the best person to travel with, and that's okay, because these are my trips. This ain't yours. So, saying all that, you still have a good time. We have a great time. But I'm just letting you know what you're getting into when you invite Tamika Shamise on the trip. And with all that being said, if you are interested in going to Colombia or New Orleans, just let me know, because those are going to be like the first 2. I am going to Puerto Rico. I don't know if I'm going to invite folks on that one. I might just want to be by myself, because I ain't going to be there that long. But you see how random these places are. So definitely, if you know me personally, send me a text, get that password, and if you okay with my rules and the vibes that I want on my trip, I'm your girl. That's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.